Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5, where today we're jumping into the winter season for Series 29 and a brand new festival playlist, where today we're going to be taking on this week's FORZATHON challenges, no substitute. We'll also be checking out the FORZATHON shop and all the festival players rewards and restrictions this week. If you happen to be new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. While you're down there, smash that like button and share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's FORZATHON challenges. So let's jump straight into this week's FORZATHON challenges, no substitute, grabbing ourselves 160 FORZATHON points and 5 points towards our winter festival playlist upon completion. Kicking things off with Chapter 1, New Year, New Porsche. Own and drive the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera 6, a road legal racing car announced in January 1966. Like a lot of racing cars of its time, only around 50 were built. Now this week's FORZATHON vehicle, the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera 6, is available in two ways. From the auto show for 2 mini credits, recently added in with update 28, but it's also available in this week's FORZATHON shop. So if you don't have the credits, go and spend the FORZATHON points. If you don't have the FORZATHON points, go spend the credits. And as always, I do have a cheeky tune for you guys to use if you wish to use it. Just search game tag Skippy 4631. Share codes for tunes, as always, are in the description and in the comments below. Own and drive then. Let's give the little Porsche Carrera 6 a rip in free roam. A couple of seconds down the road. New year, new Porsche, complete. So with Chapter 1 complete, it is on to Chapter 2, placed by hand. The change from heavy steel to unstressed fiberglass gave the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera 6 better structural support, but also helped with looks, making sure the paint job was even. Take a photo to show it off. So pretty much continuing from Chapter 1 in free roam, head up into photo mode to push up on the D-pad or whatever button you have that selected to. Make sure you have the Carrera 6 in shot. Go ahead and hit quick promo or hit take photo. I prefer quick promo. Once you've done that, then head back to free roam, where we're going to see that beautiful notification, placed by hand, complete. So with Chapter 2 complete, it is on to Chapter 3, Hill Climber. Its 2-litre flat 6 engine was incredibly light and made it easy for the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera 6 to get up hills. Put the engine through its paces by driving to the Gran Caldera. So the top of the Gran Caldera is located just here, and I believe that is the location we are looking for. So you can either fast travel there and it should complete Chapter 3, or you can drive the hill. So starting just here on this crossroads and driving all the way up this wiggly road, all the way to the top of the Gran Caldera. Now through a little bit of trial and error, I actually fast traveled to the top of the Gran Caldera, and I also drove the road from the bottom to the top of the Gran Caldera. However, I never received a notification to say that Chapter 3 was complete. But when we jump into the festival playlist, take a look at Chapter 3, Chapter complete. So I don't know which method actually completed Chapter 3, whether it was fast traveling or whether it was actually driving the hill climb up to the top of the Gran Caldera. Either way, it's got it complete. So that is Chapter 3 done. Moving on to Chapter 4, tunneling through. The 1966 Porsche 906 Carrera 6's body was tested in a wind tunnel, which allowed it to reach a top speed of 170 miles per hour. Test it in the tunnels of Guanajuato by winning the Tunnel Run Street Race event. So just as the chapter suggests, the Tunnel Run Street Race is located in Guanajuato on the far left hand side. It is a street race and it's called Tunnel Run. And you know I got you guys covered with a cheeky blueprint called FORZATHON Chapter 4 locked. It's the Porsche 906 Carrera 6, 3.5 miles in length. Share code for this one because they are working this week, which is fantastic. 661 713 127, or just search for game tag Skippy 4631. Now, as always with the races for the weekly FORZATHON challenges, races are not affected by driver tire difficulty, so there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. I'm knocking it down to tourist as we do need to get that win. Here we go then, in the Porsche 906 Carrera 6. Absolutely beautiful car, to be honest. It's not a car I would choose to drive or choose to race, so I'm quite glad they're making us do a street race. The only problem is, it's the tunnels of Guanajuato, and these tracks aren't the best, but We'll muddle through. It is on tourist, so we should easily get the win and enjoy the Porsche 906 through the tunnels of Guanajuato. As we climb the hill through the final checkpoint, it's on to the finish line, first place. And as we head back to free roam, that is Chapter 4 complete, which finishes off this week's FORZATHON Challenges No Substitute, giving us 160 FORZATHON points and 5 points towards our winter dry season. And let's jump on over to this week's FORZATHON shop. So our first cut for grabs is this week's FORZATHON vehicle, the 1966 Porsche 906 Carrea 6, recently added to the auto show for 2 million credits, being picked up here for 700 FORZATHON points. Second cut for grabs, another auto show car at 75,000 credits, so nice and cheap. I would suggest picking it up there, or you can grab it here for 200 FORZATHON points. It's the Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R. 2 vanity items, Sonoke's tank top and the Ring Ring emote, 75 FORZATHON points for each of these. And as always, any spare FORZATHON points knocking around, grab yourselves a normal wheel spin for 60 FORZATHON points, or you can grab a super duper wheel spin, 150 FORZATHON points. Right then, let's take a quick look through the festival players. What is up for grabs this week? The winter dry season, 73 points up for grabs in total. For 20 of those points, you'll be grabbing the Pagani Huayra, brand new car to Horizon 5, but not brand new to the franchise, coming over from Forza Horizon 4. And the Mercedes-Benz 280 SL for 40 points, again coming over from Horizon 4, but brand new to Forza Horizon 5. This week's online trial, Heroes of the Hour, giving out the Maserati Levante and 10 points. Car restrictions for this one, Sports Utility Heroes C600. Moving on to just 2 event labs this week. Our first event lab giving out a super wheel spin, car restrictions, any hot hatch B700. And our second event lab giving out the Dodge SRT Demon, car restrictions, hypercars S1900. Play On Games makes a return to the festival players this week, working for or against for the Honda S2000, car restrictions, anything goes, S2998. 3 PR stunts on the festival playlist this week, 1 danger sign, a speed trap and a speed zone, all giving out a super wheel spin as a reward, and all of them are car restrictions, Super GT A800. And then slightly disappointing, only 1 seasonal championship on the playlist, Horsepower to the People, giving up the Galant VR4, car restriction, unlimited off-road, and Buggies A800, not my favourite, but it is what it is. And then Horizon Tour Co-op Championships, no car restriction, no reward, just 8 points was a festival playlist. To be honest, I would have preferred 2 more seasonal championships rather than that Horizon Tour, but again, is what it is. Winter challenges this week, 1 treasure hunt, whipping up a storm, giving out 250,000 credits, and a photo challenge, Beach Savvy, giving out the Windows to Dar car horn. No change on the monthly revels, just try and best your times from the week before. And then moving on to the DLC events, Rally Adventure events, 1 speed zone, Reservoir View, giving out a super wheel spin, car restrictions, Super GT A800, and a seasonal championship for the Rally Adventure, Classic Dunes, giving out the Porsche Panamera, car restrictions, Classic Rally, C600. And then finally on to the Hot Wheels DLC events, giving out a super wheel spin for the Speed Trap Forest Edge, car restrictions, Super GT A800. And to finish things up, a seasonal championship, Wheelie Fun, giving out a Subaru WRX 2011, car restrictions, Modern Rally, B700. So that just about wraps up this week's festival playlist. Not much racing on the playlist this week, but I suppose 1 week isn't gonna hurt. Just any questions about the weekly FORZATHON challenges or the first players, do hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. Make sure you're getting the points to get the 20 and the 40 point completion vehicles, as they could become potentially quite rare. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Smash the like button, stay safe, have an awesome day.